Hi folks, welcome back to our video on the dismissal interview. The second step in the termination or dismissal interview should be to tell the employee immediately that they're being let go. So don't try and sugarcoat it. Say, oh, hi, Joe, good to see you again. How's everything going with the family? How was your holiday? Are you looking forward to summer vacation? Blah, 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 blah. Don't start off kind of getting into stuff that's personal or softer, and then all of a sudden you say, by the way, we're terminating you. Don't do it that way. A better way to do it would say, hi, Joe, I'm sorry to inform you that the company has decided to terminate your services. So get into it right away. Stay away from the niceties and all of the pre-talk or preamble to terminating somebody. That might sound like a very hard and cold thing to say. You might be thinking, oh, what's Mrs. Tristani really talking about here? Because, that's not really a nice thing to say or to start off a conversation with something negative. But you know what? This is not a nice process to have to go through. It's not like there's something really bad about the person. There are probably some very nice people that get terminated, right? It's not only bad people. Things happen in companies. So it's better just to get right to the point and, as we say, describe the situation. So maybe we could say something like, oh, well, thanks for taking the time to meet with me, Joe. Unfortunately, I do have to tell you that because of these unfortunate economic times that we've been in, we have decided that we need to terminate your employment with us. So in other words, you're describing the situation. You're telling Joe that it was because of tough economic times that we've had to terminate their employment. So you know what? Stick to the facts. Don't make it personal. Don't say, well, your performance has slipped. We just don't think you did a good job for us, so we're terminating you. Don't make it personal and try and attack something that they've done in the past. Just say it's been a company decision to terminate your employment. That's all you have to say. Now, we also say here, listen to the employee and respond accordingly. The employee is going to be angry. They may get defensive. They might get really stoic, like really quiet. They might get really emotional. You don't know what they're going to do. I think the important thing for you to realize, though, is that you need to tell them that, the decision that is irrevocable. I understand it's not a pleasant thing to have to hear. You might say this to Joe. Hey, Joe, I know it's not a pleasant thing for you to hear. It's certainly a challenging thing for me to have to communicate to you, but it is an irrevocable decision, and I would really like to talk to you about, I would like to give you your letter, which explains the conditions of your termination, your release form, any financial information. Maybe you've got their pension statement there. Maybe you're giving them a severance. So you're going to outline a financial package. You don't want to talk about that, but you do want to tell Joe that you've got these documents there for them, that it's important that Joe review with his family, his financial or legal advisors, because you do need him to sign off, say, within 30 days of the meeting to say he's accepted the severance package. So again, you're going to listen to them, but you have to respond and make sure that they know the decision's irrevocable, and make sure you get done what you need to get done in the interview, which is give them the termination documents, make sure that they know there are services available for them like financial planning services, outplacement counseling, where they can go to get a resume written and get reacclimated to the workforce by looking for work. There are companies out there that help you find jobs, those kinds of things. Make sure, again, as I said, that you review all the elements of the severance package, including any benefits if they're going to be continued on benefits for a while, their pension statement, what's their pension worth, what options do they have. You don't have to sit down and review it all with them. It's in the letter. So they're going to get a letter that explains all this along with their severance package. Just make sure they know that they are free to go and review it with a financial advisor, a lawyer, and you need their answer in 30 days as to whether or not they've accepted your offer. So again, always make sure that they know what the next steps are, that they need to have the letter back in 30 days to you. If the employee and make sure the employee knows again that it's irrevocable. They have to leave. If the employee is upset, call them a taxi cab, okay? And make sure they know that there's outplacement counseling for them too. Somebody they can talk to about getting a resume written and getting reacclimated to the job. So this concludes the dismissal interview.